All right, let's get right into it. We've all been there, right? It's getting late, you tell yourself, okay, just one more episode, and next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. But what if I told you that wasn't 100% your decision? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the incredibly powerful AI that runs Netflix and see how it's engineered to shape exactly what you watch and for how long. It's a weirdly common feeling, isn't it? You log in, and the perfect show for your mood is just right there, waiting. It's almost like it's psychic, somehow knowing what you want before you do. But this isn't magic. It's not a mind reader. It's something far more calculated. So what is this Netflix psychic? Well, it's a really sophisticated AI system that's designed from the ground up to feel personal. Don't think of it like some giant, dusty video library. Think of it more like a service that's been custom-made just for you, like a perfect-fitting t-shirt, or, as one source put it, a warm hug. It's technology built to give you a smooth, frictionless path straight to the content it's pretty sure you're going to love. Now, to understand how this whole psychic thing works, we first have to look at the clues that we're giving it. See, every single time you use Netflix, every click, every pause, you're leaving behind a trail of data. And that trail, well, that's the fuel that powers this whole massive AI engine. So let's peel back that first layer. And when you see what it's tracking, the level of detail is just wild. It's not just logging what show you watched. It's logging the device you used, the exact time of day you watched it, and even if you paused, rewound, or just gave up on a movie halfway through. Every single interaction is another breadcrumb on your data trail. Let's break it down a bit. It tracks your basic info, sure, age, location, you know the drill. But it also knows you're a night owl who binges on a tablet. It knows you're more likely to finish a series than a movie. It even knows what you searched for but decided not to watch. All of these little bits of information help it build an incredibly detailed and constantly changing profile of you. Okay, so Netflix has all this data. So what? Here's where it gets really interesting, because it's not just using this data to passively suggest shows. The next layer of the system is way more active than that. It uses all that info to actually shape your reality on the platform and persuade you to click play. And this is one of the coolest and maybe creepiest examples: personalized thumbnails. You and a friend could be looking at the very same movie on your homepages, but see totally different cover art. If the algorithm knows you love comedies, you might get a thumbnail with the funny actors making silly faces. But if it thinks you're a thriller buff, it'll serve you a dark, intense, dramatic image. Same exact movie, completely different sales pitch. So how do they get so good at this? Their secret weapon is something called A/B testing. Basically, Netflix is running thousands of tiny experiments on its users all the time, without us even knowing. They'll test different button colors, different layouts, different pictures, all to see which version gets you to watch for just a few seconds longer. It's this relentless, nonstop optimization that makes the whole platform so darn sticky. So where does all this lead? I mean, the data collection, the personalized art, the constant testing, it's not just for kicks. It's all designed to feed into one very specific and very profitable behavior: the binge-watching loop. And this blueprint is just ruthlessly efficient. First up, autoplay. It removes the decision-making process. The next episode just starts. Then you have those seamless transitions, which minimize the time you have to think, maybe I should do something else. This continuous viewing gets you more emotionally invested in the show and in Netflix itself. And all of that drives the final goal: keeping you subscribed. It's designed to make staying easy and leaving hard. And does it work? Oh yeah, the results kind of speak for themselves. According to one source, Netflix has an absolutely massive customer retention rate, somewhere around 98.2%. That number is just proof of how effective these habit-forming strategies really are. And here is a stat that just puts it all into perspective. As far back as 2015, Netflix researchers admitted that about 80% of all the stuff people watch on the platform is discovered through their recommendation AI. Think about that. 4 out of every 5 shows you watch were probably picked for you. So we've got this amazing, convenient, super personalized experience. But what's the catch? This brings us to the final and maybe the most important part of this whole thing: the big trade-off between convenience and concern. And this really lays out the two sides of the coin. On the pro side, you get a fantastic user experience. You discover new stuff you love. It's all seamless. It's great. But on the con side, well, you've got serious questions about data privacy for starters. Then there's the risk of algorithmic bias and the very real danger of getting stuck in a filter bubble, an echo chamber where you never see anything that challenges you. So what do we do about it? While experts are proposing some solutions, things like stronger data protection and building what's called explainable AI that can actually tell us why it recommended something. Other ideas focus more on user control, like clear ways to opt in or opt out of data collection, and having independent groups audit the algorithms for bias. Look, this technology is incredibly powerful. It's shaping our entertainment and maybe even our perspectives, which leaves us with one final and I think most important question. Now that you've seen what's behind the curtain, what does this all mean for you? Is it you consciously picking a show from a neutral list, or is it an algorithm gently guiding your hand based on a million little clues you didn't even know you were leaving? As we've seen today, the answer is way more complicated than you might think.